Hello, my name is Trulin Rockwood, and the following is a brief breakdown on neuromarketing and its place in our culture. As a hopeful content creator, this understanding will be extremely valuable as I enter the workplace. The field of neuromarketing is defined by the Harvard Business Review as a study of the brain to predict and potentially even manipulate consumer behavior and decision-making. This is a science that impacts all consumers, whether they realize it or not. All marketing, if done effectively, should not only inform a consumer, but elicit an emotional response. I will break down some of the neuromarketing strategies used in a few examples of effective advertisements. First, the announcement trailer for the masterpiece from Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar first shows their logo. After 22 years and over 25 games released, their logo is iconic and synonymous with quality. They use Western-styled music and visuals of open landscapes from the West and Midwest. And after the success of Red Dead Redemption 1, and with the assumption that they would make a sequel, it was pretty clear to any fan what was being teased here. More beautiful vistas, and then a voiceover starts issuing a warning. The music turns, and in a loud burst, a gang of outlaws on horseback ride past the camera through a field, and the logo of Red Dead Redemption 2 comes on screen. Rockstar does not employ the common technique of nostalgia here, which is interesting due to the success of the first installment of this series. But the trailer is still super effective in the way it establishes tone, look, sound, and feel of the game. I've spent dozens and dozens of hours in this game, and this trailer is the perfect snapshot of what to expect, and it's done in under a minute. As for the next example, the natural progression of the Old Spice Smell Like a Man campaign, Dr. Squatch gives you that same feeling by having a fast-talking, witty spokesman who, like in the Old Spice ad, makes fun of whatever soap you're currently using and then explains why you need to switch. In order to achieve that message, Dr. Squatch showcases its natural ingredients while taking down the more popular brands. They even give you an informative history lesson. Using the logic sandwich, as defined by Brian E. Thomas, they hit you with that emotion by telling you that your soap is trash. And then they explain to you why and how their product is different, and then follow it up with some really good reviews. They finish with a call to action and a recap of the idea that this soap is for real men, not
Mommy's Little Helper.
Much like the Old Spice ad, it's effective in its ability to not only make you laugh, but inform and promote its product. It does all the things that a good ad should. My final example is the trailer for The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson. I've watched this trailer multiple times, and every single time I do, I get goosebumps. This is really hard to do with a character as iconic and long-lived as Batman, who's been on the big screen 9 times with countless appearances in animation, television, video games, and of course comics. This trailer opens with stark red logos and the eerie sound of duct tape being stretched. It's clear in the first 20 seconds that this is going to be a dark film, and then a dark, kind of epic version of a Nirvana song starts to play, and we see flashes of characters, scenes, and, of course, the Batman himself. A mystery in the form of a sick game is unveiled. Lots of dark Batman imagery with an unsettling voiceover from the assumed villain, then a showcase of the Batman's abilities as he pounds a gang member into the ground and then utters an iconic Batman line.
I'm vengeance.
This trailer is so effective, it's almost too good. It immediately sets itself apart from the previous film incarnations with this super dark tone, and while previous versions have been dark, this trailer sets a different tone just within the first few seconds. It showcases the iconic Batman imagery while introducing us to a new version that we haven't seen before, but being very selective about what it is showing us, which upon analysis is actually very little. The lack of transparency and then the effective use of music add up to an extremely effective trailer that does what it's supposed to. It informs the consumer about what to expect from this film. And while it smartly doesn't divulge story, it does share its look, feel, and tone, much like the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer, in highly effective ways. In a study done by Jennifer Aker, a marketing professor at Stanford's Graduate School of Business, she presented her students with a challenge of making a 1-minute pitch, with students reflecting on what they remembered from the pitches afterwards. Only 10% of students chose to involve a narrative in their pitches. Afterwards, 63% of the responses cited those stories as aspects they remembered, compared to only 5% of responses that cited a statistic used in the other 90% of the pitches. Narratives within marketing make a difference, and these 3 examples do that to varying degrees in a way that makes them memorable and effective. Neuromarketing is a large part of our world, and our understanding of it is only increasing, as well as its effectiveness. This is a study that will certainly be around for the foreseeable future, and one that we will see in marketing for many years. Thank you.